Okay, let's get warmed up. All right, so we're going to take the ball underneath those feet, and we're going to lie down. Okay, so I'm going to start in my Pilates stance. My toes are on, my heels are off. I got the little V. I'm going to roll that ball out and in. Inhale to exhale. You can see I'm moving quicker. I want to get warmed up, the blood flowing through the body, using the back of my legs and my glutes to pull that ball back in as well as my core. We inhale out, we exhale in. Just two more. Out and in, and one more. Okay, bring the legs together, toes stay on the ball, heels are still off the ball. We roll it out, legs together, pull it back in. We press out and in, out and in. Neutral spine, and let it lay there on the mat. But use that belly. That's it. And we go for 4. Pull it in. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now bring it all the way in. Go to your heels, so they're kind of more on top of the ball. Feet are flexed. And we're going to roll it out, drive it in. Inhale to exhale. Make sure those fingertips are reaching long, shoulders are relaxed. Don't get into any bad habits. Start of the class. And we go for 3, and 2, and 1. Back onto your toes into your Pilates stance. Hand over hand behind the head. I will be lifting my head off my mat. If that is not for you, just keep your arms to your side and keep your head down. I'm going to roll my ball out. When I come back in, I draw my chin to my chest. Inhale to exhale. Lengthen and scoop. Make sure when you're lifting your head, you're lifting it from your core and not the hands pressing into the head. And I'll go for 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold this one in. Bring the legs back to parallel. Nod that chin to your chest. Come up a little deeper. Reach those arms long. Tabletop just your right leg. And we're going to pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Here's 20. Inhale to the nose. Exhale to the lips. 30. Put that foot down. Other foot comes up. Inhaling. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm squeezing those armpit muscles. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more sets to go. Head up or head down, you pick it. 1 more. 2 feet on the ball and head comes down. Walk your feet further up the ball. So it's more like my feet are molded over the ball. Thighs are together, arms reaching long to your side. Tuck your tail and come up into a bridge. Press the back of the arms down to the mat and then return back home, controlling it coming down. And again, tuck, inhale, lift up, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting it up, exhale, bringing it down. And give me 1 more, scoop, tuck, lift, and we bring it down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen your left leg all the way out, hug your right knee into your chest. Give a little tug and pull. You can keep your head on the mat. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'll take my hands once again behind my head, and I'm going to roll this ball in and out. 2. Elbows are wide, eyes to navel, chin to chest. 4. Good. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. Hold it in, switch the feet. Draw that knee in, and here we go. Lengthen and scoop. Inhale to exhale. 3. 4. Here's 4 more. and 3, and 2, good. 1 more, and 1, and release. Grab the ball, place it between the feet, draw the knees in towards the chest, grab onto your shins, and give a little tug. Good. I'm going to take my head up. You can keep it down. I want you to reach the arms parallel to the floor and slide those legs out to a Pilates turnout, and then come back in and pull those knees in. So my hands go back to my shins. I'm going to lengthen my arms and my legs. Grab back onto the shins and pull. Inhale, hold, 2, 3. Back stays heavy. If you need to, take the legs higher. Come back in. 2 more. Inhale, use your breath, grow it bigger. Exhale all the way. Hold this one here and bring those legs straight up. The hands can go either underneath your seat to protect the lower back, or behind the head, or to your side. The legs will go down, 2, 3, zip it up. Inhale, 2, 3, squeeze the ball. Inhale, 2, 3, squeeze that ball. Lower, 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 and lift. Inhale, inhale. Keep that back heavy. No space between your back and your mat. And 1 more. Inhale, 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 exhale, and hug it in. Look to one side of your mat to release that neck. Look to the other. Good. Grab onto your ball. And I want you to tabletop the legs. And I'm going to take my ball on my left quad. And I'm going to take that left elbow and hold it right there. And I'm going to keep pressure. So my leg won't stay all the way out to a tabletop. It's going to come in a little bit. It's going to press into my ball. And my elbow is going to press into the ball. So I'm creating that resistance. The opposite hand can go behind my head. You can keep your head down. I'm going to bring mine up. I'm going to reach the opposite leg that doesn't have the ball all the way out. And I want you to take your free elbow, twist it, touch the ball, and then bring that leg back in and put your head back down and let the elbow go back to the mat. Press that leg out, lift up, rotate, keep the spine heavy though, come back down. Do that again. I'm going to exhale, like crunch, inhale down. Bring it back up, lower it back down. We okay with this? Okay, so I'm wringing water on that rib cage. I'm not letting my spine lift off that mat. I rotate. And 1 more. 1 more. Now hold this here and see if you can lower that leg and lift to 45. Down to 45. Lower. Keep pushing on that ball. Keep crunching. Yes. 2 more. Get out of it if you need to. And 1 more. And release. How'd that go? Did you get warm? Okay. Tabletop your legs. So I put the ball against my right thigh. I'm going to press the thigh towards my arm. So my arm is pressing into the ball. My thigh is pressing into the ball. The opposite hand, my left hand, goes behind my head. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to slide that left leg out, and I'm going to rotate towards that ball, and then retrace my steps and come back down. As I press my leg out, I lift and rotate, come back down. The exhale is on the twist. Shh. Bring it back down. Keep that ball tight, please. Reach around. So you're going to notice as I'm twisting, I am not doing this. Like my butt cheek's not lifting up, my spine's not lifting up. Everything is staying on that mat. Reach it long. Keep pushing into that ball with the arm and the leg. Feel those muscles in the core engaging. Now hold this one here. I'm going to lower the leg, come back to 45. Inhale, exhale. Keep that back heavy. I should not be able to fit my fingers under your back. And 3. You've got 2 more. You've got this. 2. And 1. And release. Let your knees drop to one side. You deserve this nice stretch. I love your comments. Bring it back to the other side. Good. Good. And then we're going to rock ourselves up. Yes. I want you to reach that ball towards your toes. That's lengthen. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Now the ball is going to slide up my fingertips. I'm going to round back. I'm going to stop right when the ball is right on my quad. And I'm going to round back forward, eyes to navel. Now remember, in Pilates, there's opposition, right? So we're going to talk, we're going to round, we're going to scoop. Now as my ball is going forward, my belly is going back. I inhale, shoulders are down. And I'm going to keep pressure on that ball. I'm going to try and keep my legs pressing into the floor. Yep. And I bring it back up. 2 more. Inhale, so it's like a little mini roll up. And last one. Melt those shoulders, melt those shoulders. And I'm going to hold this here and I'm going to grab onto the sides of my ball. I'm going to round back again. Ball's going to stay parallel to my legs. I'm going to pause. Now, if you would rather have the ball behind you right now for support, go there. If you're feeling strain, go there. It's not cheating. So I'm going to take my right knee, bring it in. The ball is going to be passed underneath that knee, and it's going to come back. Same knee. Right knee. In and out. In and out. Good. And 3. Push that opposite leg down to that floor. 2. And 1. Now bring that knee in, and I want you to rotate on the outside of that thigh and give me little pulses. 2. Exhale up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Put the ball against your thighs and give me that little mini roll up. Just let it roll along your arms. Bring it back to that C curve. Now make sure those shoulders are mounted. Send your tail towards your heels. If you need to, put the ball behind you. Hold that ball up. And I'm going to take the ball in my left hand. My left knee comes in. I pass it behind and bring it back out. Shh. Slower is better. That's it. Shh. 4. Move with purpose. What are we moving from? That core. 2 more. Shh. Good. Now I keep my arms straight. I bring that knee back in. I twist arms to the outside, and I give little pulses. The leg and the upper body are moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll it forward. Perfect. Stack that spine and take the legs as wide as your mat. I want you to roll that ball out. Head is heavy. Back is rounding. Feet are flexing. Good. Now bring it up. And I want you to take your left hand with the ball, slide it against your right thigh, and then trace that thigh as you go into a saw. Bring yourself up, 2 hands on the ball, spine stretch forward. Inhale up, The right hand takes the ball against the left inner thigh. I roll it along there. I look at my backhand. I bring it back up. 2 hands on my ball. Spine stretch through the center. Inhale up. Bring the ball to the other side. Exhale. Inhale up. Spine stretch forward. Chin to chest. Scoop and round. Bring it up. Inhale. Right hand, left inner thigh. Exhale forward. Bring it back up. We'll finish with one more in the center. Round that spine. Scoop that belly. Flex those feet. Bring yourself back up. And then bend the knees. Take the ball to the middle of your back. Make sure your hair is not behind you on that ball. And come back. I like to lift my hips up and put them back down. Just makes me feel like I'm in a better position. Hand over hand behind the head. The legs are 1 fist width apart. Elbows are wide. Now, if you suffer from vertigo, I just want you to go parallel. I don't want you to take your head below the heart, okay? So we're going to let that head rest in the fingertips. And you're going to go over as far as you want on an inhale. On an exhale, you come back up and pause. And again, inhale. Chin to chest, exhale. You feel the core pulling you back up. So I feel this nice stretch in my midsection. And in here, it's pulling me up. 2 more. We'll inhale. And we'll exhale. And 1 more. We take it back. And we bring it up. Tabletop your legs. You can always get rid of your ball if this is too hard. We're going to tap our right toes. And as the right toes come up, I slowly switch to my left. Tap. I do little exhales as my leg comes up. So I feel those abdominal muscles holding me up. I don't feel strained to my back. I want you to get that chest higher up towards those thighs. Don't be back here. You want to crunch up. You can get rid of the ball if you need it. And 3. Good. Give me 2 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. 2 feet down. I'm going to slide my legs out and lengthen over my ball. I'm going to let my head drop to the mat and reach my arms long. If that's not for you, go to something that's a good stretch for you, that feels good. I'm going to bring my arms straight behind me, bring them up to the ceiling, nod my chin to my chest. My fingertips are going to point to my toes. Ever so slightly start to come up so my ball has more air in it, more air in it, more air in it. And now I'm going to come up slowly so the ball doesn't move. I'm going to sit straight up. Yep. I'm going to reach behind and grab onto that ball. So it's behind me. Open up your chest. Yep. My head's going to go down. My arms are going to go up. Lower the arms. Bring the arms back up. Put the ball into your right hand. Circle both arms around to the front of your feet. Stack up your spine. Reach those arms behind you onto the mat. So it's on the mat again. I'm pushing kind of down into the ball to lift me up taller. Open up your chest. Yes. Now let your head come forward and the arms go up. Inhale. Exhale, drop the ball back down. Bring the ball back up. Put it into your left hand this time. And circle. And as my arms go forward, my belly goes deeper. And I stack my spine back up. The right hand takes the ball behind me. The ball is now on my mat. I'm sitting tall. Inhale, come forward. Stay forward. Exhale, let the ball come down. Inhale, bring the ball back up. Put into your right hand. As I circle my arms around slowly, my belly scoops deeper. And I pull my belly in, squeeze my seat, and zip up my spine. The left hand takes the ball behind you. It's on your mat. I open up my chest. Chin to chest, arms up, inhale. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, lift your arms, put the ball in your left hand. Slowly circle it around. Scoop that belly deeper. And then we stack our spine for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Okay, that was fun. Onto your stomachs. One of my favorites is swan. All right, so we're going to reach those arms straight out. Belly's pulling in away from the mat. My legs are sit bone width apart, but if you have tightness in that lower back and you need to, take the legs further apart. Okay? Now connect the shoulders to your back by rolling the ball towards you. And once you have that connection, lift up your chest and slide those shoulders down your back. Exhale all the air out as you roll the arms back forward. So the hand should be on top of your ball so it can roll. So I start to connect my shoulders to my back. I lift up my chest. I squeeze my glutes. And I come back down. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep your chest on the floor. Keep the ball tight. Can you lift your legs up off the floor and down? Do that again. Up and down. And up and down. 2 more. Squeeze your bottom. Pull that navel in. Now go back to lifting up your chest and rolling the ball towards you. And as I bring the ball back down, lift the legs. Put the legs down, lift the chest. Lower the chest, lift the legs. So now I'm going to kind of get into a little sweeping movement. Up, sweep. If this doesn't feel good to your lower back, don't do it. 1 more. And we lower it all the way down. Release the ball and stretch back slowly into a child's pose. Scoop your belly and round the back. Did that go okay? Okay. So let's do another one, but a little different. Okay? So I'm going to take my ball at the very top of my sternum. Okay? Here I am. I'm going to go over my ball. I'm going to press through my forearms, lift up my chest, lift up my arms. Put your arms down, release. Press through your arms, a little mini extension. Squeeze your bum to help hold you. Bring it back down, and then release. I'm going to add on. Lift your chest. Lift your arms. Now push those arms straight out in front of you. Sweep them back like your pinkies are trying to go towards your hips. Good. Bend your arms and take it back down to the mat. Press through your arms, lift up your head and chest, belt those shoulders. Now when you're in extension, you got to gently squeeze your seat, arms up. Now squeeze your bum, reach those arms out. Now I'm going to try to lift my chest a little higher. I bend my arms and come back down. Press through your forearms, lift up your chest. Now lift up your arms. Push those arms straight out. Pull back, open the chest, squeeze your blades, and return back home. Can you give me 1 more? Lift up the chest first. If you're ready, bring your arms up. You push them out. You pull them back, and then you return. Good. Stretch back again. Okay, so I'm going to go out into a forearm plank with my ball. So I'm going to press the hands into the sides of the ball. Now you can be modified, but notice in a modified, I'm not here. I'm in this nice diagonal. No. I can curl my toes under and drive my heels back. Press into the ball. Feel your abdominals. Good. Now you can just hold this. You drop to your knees anytime you need that break. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my knees towards the mat and then press my heels longer. I lower my knees. So I want you to imagine those heels stretching to the wall behind you. Tap and press. Just your knees and reach. And you don't have to touch your mat. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep those armpit muscles firing. And 3. Good. And 2. You got this. 1 more. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now, can you pike up your seat? Can you push through your forearms and let your head go towards your mat? Now, can you lower your hips? Squeeze your armpit muscles. Can you try that again? My head goes down towards the floor. My hips go up, and I retrace my steps. Inhale. And just 1 more. Push through those arms. Lower it down, and then release. And we'll stretch back. Palms up if you want to release the wrists. Shoulders getting a nice release here with my arms behind me. That was pretty good. Okay, nice. All right, so let's go onto our sides. So let's have our head go onto this side of our mat and the ball. Okay, so there's all kinds of things we can do with this ball. You can, first of all, let's start at the very back of the mat, and then we'll talk about the ball. I'm going to line up my body with the back of my mat. If you'd only propped up, you can lay down all the way. Now my legs are going to sweep to the front edge, and I want your hips stacked. So I can't be like this. It's going to be hip stacked. Now, you can keep the ball here with your elbow bent, and every time you exhale, you press the heel of the hand into the ball. You can reach the arm straight with the heel of the hand on the ball, or you can take this ball all the way behind you. Now, this here is harder because I don't have anything in front of me to press into. So my balance will be a little more challenged. So it's a more challenging position to be here. So you pick where you want to be today. All right, so I'm going to take my top leg and lift it hip height. Now make sure it stays just this height, whether you're going forward or back. I'm going to give a big sweep and then a little push and then sweep back and then push. So it's a big and a little. Now let's talk about the breath. We're going to exhale. Inhale back. When you exhale, you press into the ball. Inhale. And you're pushing the opposite leg into the floor. 1 more. And then stack your legs. Take your top kneecap to the ceiling, and we're going to lift this leg. Light as a feather. Now press into the ball as you lengthen. Light as a feather. Inhale. Press into the ball. Lift up. Think of sliding your toes along that wall. You're trying to reach for that wall. And 1 more. Good. Now I want you to bend this top knee. Take your ball and put it underneath the foot. So I'm going to prop my head up. You don't have to. All right, so I'm going to slide the ball all the way out. Resist, pull it back in. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure the shoulders relaxed, hip over hip. The bottom rib cage is nice and light. Shh. Now, hold this ball out. See if you can lift the legs a little bit, lower them, then roll it in. So I just added this little lift. And you don't have to add that lift in. Make sure you're on the hip and not leaning back. So it's hip over hip. In, out, up, and down. One more. In, out, up, and down. Now slide the legs back to where you're in a straight line. Lift these legs up. Toes are facing forward. And we do little circles. 1, 2. Fire your glutes. Of course, the core. 4, 3, 2. Can we reverse it? Small is better. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. And 3, and 2, and 1, and bend those knees in. Okay, use your free hand to lift yourself up. I'm going to prop myself up for a second on my forearm. And I'm going to take the ball behind my top leg. Now we know that we don't slouch, right? So think of pulling the rib cage up, squeezing a length armpit. This leg is going to look just like the bottom leg. It's going to come up and down. I'm pushing my bottom leg down as I lift my top leg up. And this is staying engaged. 4, and 3, and 2. Hold this one up. I'm going to slide it forward and back. Forward and back. Take your time. Make sure that knee is staying parallel to the hip. Try not to have it drop down. Push up bottom leg heavier. And 3. Good. And 2. I love it. I know you do too. Then grab onto that ball. I'm going to slide my feet out just a little bit more. Okay? Now take your top foot in front of the bottom foot. I'm going to keep my legs braided. I'm going to reach my ball out. And I'm going to sweep up into this lovely side plank. And then come back down. Squeeze that lemon. Inhale. Exhale. And if you want, just take the arms and don't lift the hip. And one more. Stretch. And other side. Okay. Make sure we have time to do the other side. Quick! We got plenty of time. Okay, so we first start lining up our body in the back of our mats. Here we are. All right, now you're going to pick what you want to do with your ball. Do you want it here? Do you want it here? Do you want it here? Slide your feet to the top edge. Keep the bottom rib cage nice and light. Hips are stacked. Top leg is going to lift. I press into the ball as I exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Shh, shh. Back, back. Press the ball. Use that core. Shh, shh. Back, back. Forward, forward. Back, back. Belly goes in. Keep the hips stacked. One more. Stack your legs. Top kneecap rotates to ceiling. Lies a feather. Now slide a penny along that wall with your toes. Exhale. Take your time. Lies a feather. Shh. Shh. Lift on that foot. One more. And I'm going to bend my top knee, put the ball under that foot. I'm going to slide it out and bring it in. Slide it out. Use your core to pull it back in. Inhale. Exhale. Now, only if you want to add in. I lift up. I come down. I slide. Relax that top shoulder. Press out. Good. Remember, you don't have to do the lift. And one more, please. Good. No leaning back, no leaning back. Now bring those legs to parallel. Lift them up, and we do circles forward. Small. 1, 2. Feel that belly. Stirring those legs. Feel those thighs. Feel the glutes. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, and 3, and 2, and 1. Prop yourself up. Take the ball behind your top leg. Shoulder over elbow. Zip this up. Hand can go here. It can stay here, but don't be here. Okay? Whole leg. 3, 4. Push that bottom leg down. Knee in line with hip, knee in line with heel. Oh, I know. These aren't easy. Now hold this one up, and we'll slide it forward and back. Forward. So if you don't feel these muscles working, you're probably like this. So push out that forearm and use the core. Take your time. Good. 2 more. 2 more. 1 more. And I take the ball and I slide my feet out just a little bit. And I take my top foot in front of the bottom foot. My legs stay braided. My knees are still bent. And I place that ball in my free hand. So here's my other arm. I'm going to lift those hips. I stretch. And I come back down. Inhale up. Exhale. I like to follow the ball. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And bring it up. How'd that go? Okay. All right, spin around. Bend your knees. Rest your ball on top of your knees. Okay. So I have a little track here. And I don't want you to be this now. I want you to come back just a little bit. Do you feel the abdominals engaged? Okay. So I want you thinking of hinge, back up. So I'm looking around. I'm going to stay real long. My arms stay straight. And I come back up. So this is a hinge. Inhale. Exhale. So when I do come back up, I am tall. Come on back. Can you feel those abdominals kick in as soon as you start to go away from your center? It's okay. There they are. And one more. Good. Now sit up nice and tall and push into my ball to sit even taller. Grab onto your ball and reach it up. Now feel like I'm pushing you slightly forward, but not from your neck, from your whole spine. Now grow an inch taller and then take your right arm a little closer to the right side of your mat and then bring it back to center. And then take the left arm a little bit closer to the left and then back to center. And as I'm going to the right, I push that left hip down. And as I go to my left, I push my right hip down. I inhale and I exhale. And one more. I inhale and I exhale. I'm going to push my legs straight out and bend my elbows. Now, if you can't sit tall, what do? You bend your knees. You can even sit cross-legged. Okay? We're going to twist. So you know if you're going to twist or stretch, you have to be tall in your spine. We're going to inhale up. On the exhale, twist towards me 2 times. 1, further, 2. Inhale, exhale away from me. 1, 2. Shh, 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 shh. Try not to sink when you return back to center. You want to stay as tall as you can get. Shh, 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 shh. One more. Shh, shh. Reach those arms along as you round your spine. Ah, lovely. And then roll all the way back for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend your knees. But keep your feet further out. So don't have your feet completely flat and real close to you. Further out is better. I'm going to take my chin to my chest and the ball against my thighs. Now my hands are going to hold this like it's a boulder that I'm trying to push up my thigh. I'm going to tuck my tail, get my lower back onto that mat, push through that, and come up to where the ball is right on top of your knees. It's not easy. Now, if you want, if you know you're not coming back up, you can put the ball behind you and come back. And then do a smaller range of motion. Okay? Or you can keep the ball on the thighs, but only go to where you feel you're going to come back up. But we're going to try and go down. I nod my chin to my chest. I find that lower back. I push that boulder up. And I bring that boulder back down. So you're picking whichever variation I just showed you. If you got a better one, go for it. I don't come up and release my abdominals. And I come back. Now, everybody take the ball if it's behind you, take it out, lie all the way down. Ball over your chest. Now I'm going to take my right leg only. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest, and I'm going to reach the ball to my leg, and then put it back down. And then my left. And I want you to feel that belly scooping first to lift that leg. If you don't want to lift up your head, you will simply keep it on the mat and just move the arms and legs. Good. We never drag the head off the floor. And we reach it long. Nod the chin to chest, lift. Now, if you want, you can take 2 legs and bring it up to 90. And then bring it away. Squeeze your booty. And down. And we lift. Just 2 more. If you want, you can arms come behind. And then let everything drop and everything reach. Arms go behind you and legs reach long. Hug those knees in. The ball's on your shins. Give a little tug. We can just even rock it side to side. Gorgeous. And we're going to rock ourselves up. Okay, let's go into a quadruped position. And the ball's going to go between our thighs. I'll always give modifications because it won't be for everybody today. So I'm in this quadruped position. I'm trying to press air out of my ball so I feel muscles engaged. I'm going to curl my toes so I can push off of them. Now you can either keep your knees on the mat, so we'll try it modified first. So first of all, you can't be like this. I want you to press your back up against the ceiling, squeeze into your armpits. press into the ball and then release it. So you can't even tell I'm pressing into my ball, but I am pressing in and I'm releasing. But I'm keeping my knees on the floor. Now, if you want, when you press into the ball, you're going to press those knees into the ball as you lift up and then return down. I press my belly in deeper, I lift up. I bring it down. I press in. I bring it down. I exhale to come up. My shoulders don't change. I don't come down and shrug and release. I come up in the same way I come down. I'm going to do 2 more. I pull in. I take it down. Now this time I'm going to hold it up. If you need to, you stay down. I'm going to squeeze my ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down and stretch back and release those wrists by curling the fingertips towards your wrist. Good. That was fun. Okay, so I'm going to take the ball now between my feet. If your wrists are getting cranky, you can do this next plank series on your forearms. It also helps a little bit if you roll that mat to where the heel of the hands are on top of the mat and the fingers are off. That helps too. All right, so I'm going to drive my heels back in this wonderful plank. Keep the ball tight. I'm going to take my right foot up, put it down, left foot, put it down. So I need to fire my muscles more to move that leg. But notice I'm not shifting up when I pull that ball up. I'm trying to stay nice and long, a beam of steel from head to heel, up and down, up and down. Shh. You can reset and lower to your knees at any time. I'm going to do 1 more each leg. Good. Last one. And then lower down and stretch back. Release those wrists again. I want to do a little quad stretch. So I'm going to keep that ball where it is, but I'm going to come to a high kneel. So I want you to feel like your hips are pressing forward, trying to touch the wall in front of you. Because if you don't do that, most of us will be like this. And I want you to feel everything in the back of your body engaged. I'm going to take my arms out like a T. I want you to twist and face me. I'm going to take my arms still like a T. Now I'm going to hinge back, flat back, and see if my fingertips can touch my ball. I come back up and untwist. Twist away from me. Hinge back, my arms go to a diagonal. I touch my ball. I come back up and unwind. If you want a bigger stretch, I'll twist and I'll come towards my heel. I come back up and untwist. I inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Can you feel that stretch in your quad right here? Okay, I'm just checking. And last one. And release. How'd that go? Okay, grab your ball. Let's go into mermaids. All right, so we're going to sit on this hip. And I take my legs into that wider position. Okay? Let's put the ball in this hand, on this side. All right. So I'm going to keep my arms straight. I'm going to keep my hips still. And I go in this lovely side stretch. And then bring yourself up. And then hook onto your back shin, grab onto your ball. And use this hand as leverage to pull you over. But look straight ahead of me. Arms like a T. Take the ball to the floor. Keep that hip pushing down. Keep the shoulder connected to your back. Pull yourself back up. Grab onto the back shin. Use that as leverage to pull you up and over. We'll do one more for 3. Arms like a T. Here's my little tilt. Here's my lovely stretch. Now stop. Rotate your torso. Can you put 2 hands on your ball? Now can you bring the ball towards you with your arms straight? And bring it back out. Shoulders melt. Roll it back out. Shoulders go down. Now retrace your steps. Take your hand off the ball. Turn to face me. Hook onto that back shin. And we finish this side here. Okay. Switch. Stay in your core while you're switching. Keep that engaged. Okay. So I keep my hip pushing down. Hook on. Side stretch. I'm going to inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Here's number 3, right? Am I on 3? Oh. Now rotate. Keep the arms straight. Lift up. I'm looking in the same direction as my ball. And shoulders glide down. I lift my chest. I bring my chest back down. One more. Inhale. I retrace those steps. I grab onto that back shin. Lovely. Up and over. Good. Now release the ball. Spin around to face me. So you're going to face the center. And we're going to do a little bit of a seal. So my hands are together. My knees are apart. My feet are together. So I'm going to reach my hands down to my heels. And I'm going to wrap my hands around the outsides of my feet. And I pull my heels towards me. So I'm balancing on my sits bones. Now my knees aren't just flopping out. They're kind of pressing inward. Now have the toes touch, not the heels. And just separate the legs and bring them back in. Just little toe taps. I just tap, tap, tap. So I'm releasing the hips, opening and closing the hips. Now if you want to try and rock, okay, we'll tap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I rock back, eyes to belly, chin to chest. I tap 1, 2, 3. I roll back up and I tap 1, 2, 3. Eyes to belly, never roll onto the neck. 1, 2, 3. Rock up. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back. I balance, I tap. I bring it up. And let's just do one more. Inhaling back. Tap, tap, tap. And let the feet come down. Butterfly stretch. So I'll face you so you can see my feet. Feet are together. Pull them towards you. Elbows push down those knees. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Everything should be relaxed. Yes. Take your hands around your toes. Pull yourself more forward. Relax the head. Let it just hang. No weight to the shoulders. No weight to the head. Good. Stack that spine back up. Lengthen those legs out. Reach forward. Grab onto whatever you can. And pull your torso closer to your thighs. And once again, relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Do a couple breaths on your own. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Stack your spine. Now we're going to come onto our hands and knees. My hands will be towards the top edge of my mat. And I'm going to step back into a Pilates stance plank. And I want you to pike up your seat. Keep your heels connected. And from your core, walk your hands to your feet. 3, 2, 1. From your belly, pull yourself up. Take your time. Now round back forward. We're going to round back down. Round back down. If you can't touch the floor, bend your knees. Walk it out. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to finish class right here with 3 tricep push-ups if you want them. Knees on, knees off, go. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 1. Lower to your knees. We'll stretch back. We'll flip those palms up. I'm going to let my knees go as wide as my mat and sit deeper into that stretch. Yes. And you have made it. Good job. Yes.